In this video, we are going to talk about making the flipped learning guide to go along with your flipped videos. So there's several types of learning guides. And we're going to talk about how to make one, how to use Google Shortener, and how to create a QR code. So there's several different types and benefits to using a self-learning guide. And one of them you can see right here, some art teachers who do like choice in their classroom will do. And it is literally kind of a journey where there's several videos to watch at certain points. And then several times they have to check in with the teacher who then initials to show that they have done something properly. And only then can they go on to the next step. So instead of taking the time to explain a long, complicated project all at once, no matter, science or math or a history project or art, you have the students learn just the part that they need to know for the next step at each point. So you might have students working at different paces, which is fine. We all know they do that anyway, and have them go along and prove to you that they've watched the video and they've done what they needed to do, having learned from that video before they can go on to the next step. So that is one way to do that. I don't do it that way. I do it more like the learning guide you got with this, as a place to take specific notes so they kind of know what it is that my students know what it is that I want them specifically to get from the video. It's also a great place for a centralized place for video links. And like this one doesn't have it on it, but the one that you have in your hands right now does. Some people will put video links around the room or next to the equipment, but I like to have it all specifically on the sheet of paper. So no matter where they are, in or out of the classroom, they know what the links to those videos are. I also happen to put them in Google Classroom. So the benefits are it keeps students on track, and it lets the students know what they should be paying attention to specifically in the videos. So how to make one. You want to use your goals from backward design to like, what is it that I want them to know and be able to do, and include that information on your learning guide if you're using more of a note-taking approach like I do. You will use Google Shortener, which we will explain in a second, to provide a shortened link. And you will use a QR code generator, which is a great little, it's like those little boxy pictures. If you just point your phone, like the new iPhone update, you don't even need a special app. You just point your phone at one of those QR codes and it will automatically go to that video or that website and bring up that link. So using Google Shortener. So you can either copy the link, or if you're using something like a Google slide, then you click on share and get shareable link. I'm about to show you that. Then go to goo.gl or Google Shortener. You will paste in the longer link, and then it will give you a shorter link. And that's what you put in your learning guide. So let's actually do that for this document. I'm going over to share. And I want to get a shareable link. And I would like to share it with all kinds of people. So I'm going to go and say anyone with the link can watch this, because maybe I want parents to be able to watch it or something. And so at this point, I can copy the link. But as you see, it's ridiculously long. I can say done now. So what I want to do is use that Google Shortener. So I am going to goo.gl, put my original URL here. So I will paste it and say shorten URL. And it gives me this great, very short URL that I can put in my learning guide. So I just press that to copy it, and I press done. I can go over to my learning guide, paste it, and there it is. All right. So that's how I get my shortened link. Now to get my QR code, there's a whole bunch of ones online that you can use. Personally, what I use is this QR stuff. I mean, it's a little bit quirky, but basically you have the data type. The default is the URL. You put in the content there, and then it gives you a QR code here. It allows you to download it, but I'll show that you can just right-click and copy it instead. So let's exit and try that. So I actually still have that shortened URL. So I can go into my qrstuff.com. This is default website URL. And I will delete this because I'm putting in a new one. I will paste that shortened. And you might have noticed that over here switched. So I have a new little boxy QR code. At this point, I could download it to my computer, but then I have to insert it into my learning guide. So what I prefer to do is just right-click and copy image. It's very easy to do in Chrome. And then I can go over here, to my learning guide, and I could paste it in. So right-click and paste, or Control V. Now that's just for my learning guide. After I finish this video, I'm going to switch this out and make these links for my video, because that's a more important thing to have in here. But if I wanted there to be a QR code just to take to my Google slide or any other link, that's how you use it. So again, fairly easy. You just put in the link. This will switch up. Right-click on it, copy, go over to the thing, to your learning guide, and right-click and paste. And this you might want to just pause on and look. This is from that Art of Ed that they shared online, and it's for flipping the art room, but it is some other things. So there's Screencast-O-Matic and Snagit and Camtasia and some other things. Again, I prefer Screencastify, but you can use any one that you like. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help.